You know that feeling? When you're alone late at night and something just feels a little off.
Yeah, like a prickle of unease. You can't quite place it.
Exactly. Tonight we're sharing some stories like that. Real experiences people had encountering something frightening when they were by themselves in the dark.
These are true accounts gathered from the YouTube channel Whispered Diaries. And they're pretty disturbing.
They really show how quickly things can feel unsafe, unexpectedly.
Definitely. That sense of security just vanishing.
Okay, so this first one, it's about a sandwich delivery driver working a late shift at 11 p.m.
A pretty routine thing, usually.
Right, but it started getting weird at this intersection. Empty intersection, but the red light stayed on for ages. Unusually long. Then this black car pulls up beside them. Heavily tinted windows, you couldn't see inside at all.
Yeah.
And it just sat there. Even after the light turned green, it didn't move.
That's immediately unsettling. Just watch.
Yeah, that feeling. And then the delivery address itself. That was strange, too.
How so?
It was this street, maybe about 10 houses leading to a dead end, but every single house was completely dark.
Every single one.
Yeah.
No lights anywhere.
None. It looked like, normal houses, but just lifeless, pitch black.
Like a ghost street or something. Definitely raises the alarm bell.
So the drop-off is the second to last house, also completely dark. The driver goes up, knocks. The door just swings open. It wasn't latched.
Creepy.
Inside, they could see this empty hallway, an empty room off it. No furniture, no decorations, nothing, just empty space. And then this, flurry of dust suddenly appeared.
It's as if it hadn't been disturbed in ages.
Yeah, exactly, like kicking up dust in an abandoned place. Really surreal detail.
That adds to the feeling that this place isn't just dark, it's vacant.
So the driver, obviously feeling super uneasy now, starts heading back to their car, and guess what?
Let me guess. The black car.
Yep. Parked further down the street now. Same tinted windows, unmistakable.
Okay, now it's definitely not a coincidence. Someone is following them.
Total dread setting in, right? The driver rushes, gets back in their car, and this is where it gets really terrifying.
What happened?
They glanced in the mirror, or maybe caught a reflection in the window, and saw movement. Someone was right behind their car, blocking the back window.
No. Right there.
Right there? And then the driver's own back door opens.
From the inside?
No, someone opened it from the outside, and this figure, dressed all in black, bolts out of the driver's car and sprints to the black car, which then speeds off.
Someone was in their car.
Apparently. The driver calls 911, completely freaked out, and the police arrive, check the area.
And what do they find?
They tell the driver something unbelievable. That entire street, it was all brand new construction. Nobody lived there. All the houses were empty.
So the darkness, it was because they were unoccupied. Wow.
Right. But it gets worse. The police said they had multiple reports just like this. Someone using fake info, ordering deliveries.
And then following the drivers.
Exactly. A pattern. And the most chilling part.
Go on.
The police told the driver the intruder had definitely been inside their car. Probably hiding, lying in wait back there.
Oh my God. The intent behind that. Waiting for what?
Horrifying to think about. And the person or people in the black car, never caught, no updates.
Just vanished. Leaving that driver wondering, that's deeply unsettling. The randomness, the potential danger.
Absolutely. Okay, let's shift to the second story. This one starts much more, innocently. House sitting for a friend.
Right. Seems normal enough. Helping someone out.
The narrator was looking after their friend's place for a week, feeding fish, watering plants, also a nice break from a small apartment, apparently.
A favor, a change of scene. Sounds perfectly safe.
Until the first weird thing happened. An unexpected knock at the door.
Okay. Delivery.
Nope. A guy, maybe in his 30s, not a delivery person uniform or anything, and he asked for the homeowner by name.
Asking for someone who isn't there.
Okay.
That's a bit strange.
Yeah. The narrator tells him the friend is away, and later tells the friend about it. The friend has no idea who this guy could be.
So not someone expected. That makes it weirder.
Then, later that same night, another knock.
The same guy.
The same guy. The narrator, obviously wary now, tells him through the door to come back another day, but the guy doesn't just leave, he just stands there, staring at the door for a bit before walking away.
Just staring. That's crossing a line into creepy territory. Very intimidating.
Totally. The narrator feels really off about it, that gut feeling something's wrong. But also, what do you do? Call the police because someone knocked twice and stared?
Yeah, that tricky situation where it feels wrong, but maybe not wrong enough for 911 just yet.
Yeah.
Internal conflict.
Right. So they're understandably freaked out, stay up late, keep checking the windows, making sure everything's locked.
I would be too.
Then they decide to take a quick shower, try to relax maybe. But when they get out,
What?
the front door, it's unlocked.
No. But they were sure they locked it.
Absolutely certain they had locked it. That feeling, knowing someone might have been able to just walk in.
That's a huge violation. Changes everything.
And it gets worse. Panic starts setting in. They reach for their phone to call the friend, maybe the police.
Yeah?
It's gone. Their phone is missing.
Oh, come on. So they're trapped, basically. No way to easily call for help.
Exactly. Cut off. Utter terror, right? Their instinct just takes over. Run.
Get out of there.
They bolt out of the house, get to their car, and thankfully have one of those emergency buttons in the car.
Yeah.
They hit that, call 911.
Smart thinking in a panic. So the police come.
Police arrive, go inside the house to check, and they find him.
The same guy.
From the door.
The very same man inside the house, just sitting in a spare bedroom in complete silence.
Just sitting there, didn't run, didn't say anything.
Totally silent. And the really chilling discovery.
Oh, what's it?
In his pocket, the police found a key. A forged key that fit the front door.
So he had a key made. So he planned this. This wasn't random knocking. Doesn't seem like it. He intended to get in, and he did.
Wow. It's terrifying. The silence is almost worse.
The story ends there, really. The narrator feeling like they narrowly escaped something truly dangerous. And apparently the relationship with the friend got kind of strained after, like maybe the friend knew more than they let on. Lingering questions.
Yeah, that would definitely leave you wondering. And feeling incredibly violated.
Okay, one more story for tonight. This one starts super normal. Just a guy gaming alone after work.
Relaxing, unwinding, standard evening.
Totally. Until he hears a knock at the door. Distinct knock. Then, silence.
Okay, checks the door.
Goes to the door, looks through the peephole, nobody there. Checks outside. Nothing.
Huh. Weird. Maybe kids or...
Yeah, kind of dismisses it as just odd. Goes back to gaming. But then maybe half an hour later, another sound.
Not another knock.
No, this time it's a click. Like a latch clicking shut for inside the house.
Okay, that's different. That's not outside.
Right. So he gets up again, does another walkthrough of the house, checks the doors, windows, doesn't see anything wrong, starts thinking, maybe it's just the house settling. It was an older house.
Trying to find a logical explanation.
Yeah.
Rationalizing it away. Happens all the time.
But the feeling wouldn't quite go away.
Right.
And then the third thing happens. This time it's visual.
What does he see?
He's back at his computer, gaming, and he sees movement reflected on the screen.
Reflected. So behind him.
Behind him, in that split second, he just knew. Someone was in the house with him.
Oh, that sudden certainty. Ice in the veins moment.
Absolutely. He described the layout desk in the living room. Behind him, a long hallway, 3 rooms off the hallway, and the front door was way down at the other end.
So the movement came from down that hallway.
Based on the reflection where it moved, he figured they were probably in the bedroom, the first room off the hall, maybe?
Rules by then.
Yeah. And suddenly, the silence in the house felt heavy, suffocating. Knowing someone was there, hiding maybe.
What did he do? Freeze.
Yeah.
Confront them.
His instinct was just pure flight. He didn't hesitate. He just bolted, ran straight down that hallway, out the front door, and didn't stop.
Got out. Good.
Called the police from outside, and then had this surreal experience of watching the police go in and then escorting a man out of his house.
They found someone inside. Who was it?
He described the guy as maybe 55, kind of large. But the most disturbing thing was his eyes. Said they were unnaturally wide, bloodshot. And he had this messy, disheveled beard, just a really unsettling appearance.
Wide, bloodshot eyes. Sounds intense.
And get this, the police found 2 knives on him.
2 knives. Okay, so definitely not there to borrow sugar. That's terrifying.
Absolutely. And there was no clear motive. He didn't seem to have taken anything. Why was he there? Why the knives? Just random, terrifying intrusion.
Sometimes the lack of motive is almost scarier, isn't it?
Yeah.
The unpredictability.
For sure. The narrator just felt incredibly lucky to have noticed that reflection and gotten out unharmed. A reminder, how fast your safe space can become not safe.
These stories, they all touch on that deep fear, don't they? The violation of your personal space, the unknown suddenly being inside with you, especially at night when you feel most vulnerable.
Yeah, it really makes you think about those little sounds you hear sometimes, or that flicker of unease when you're alone, maybe sometimes.
Yeah,
It's not just your imagination.
It certainly reinforces the idea of trusting your gut instinct. That feeling that something is wrong often means something is wrong. Our sense of security can be so fragile.
Well, those were some intense stories to share with you tonight. We hope they kept you listening, maybe gave you a few chills.
They definitely highlight how unpredictable life can be and how quickly things can change.
Thank you for tuning in and listening to these accounts with us. If you found these stories compelling, please do like, share, and subscribe to the Horror Docs channel.
We appreciate you listening. Stay safe out there.